Central Standard Time right now. It is starting off strong with the angel numbers. Welcome or welcome back. Welcome to Kaichi Alchemy. You can call me Kachi. This is a space of love, y'all. Welcome or welcome back. Good morning, good afternoon, good evening, good night, whatever time it is in the cosmos, whenever this is finding you there. I want to thank you all so much for showing up. Thank you for co-creating community with us. Thank you for the engagement and the likes and the shares and the subscribes and all the things. We have one more chapter of book 2 of the Ringing Cedars of Russia series. Thank you guys so much for making it through, anybody who's been following along with that. But I looked it up, I opened it up to see how long Sacred Sites of Russia, the concluding chapter is, and it's 25 pages long, plus, all those cool illustrations and the picture of Jesus made from one singular spiralic line and all of that. So definitely gonna make sure I have a good chunk of time to be fully present there with that. Hello, Leah. Wait. Okay, I don't know. Hi. Where are you tuning in from today? So, all that being said, I think that this is going to be a little bit more my speed today, and hopefully that lines up with, whoever needs to hear the message that we pull from this deck here. If you've been following along with the Sacred Sites Oracle readings that I've been doing in a series, you may be familiar with Barbara Micheljean-Free and Yuri Leach. But otherwise, today we're going to be reading on your recent past, your present energy, your near future potential, and maybe a little ritual, definitely a little ritual or ceremony, invocation, some kind of action step to take whatever you learn today into the rest of your life, if this message is resonating for you. Of course, if pieces are feeling it and pieces are not resonating, then just, take what resonates and leave the rest for the next guy. So here we go. These are all the cards we have left in this deck that I haven't read on yet. Getting down to the wire. Not quite. Where's everybody tuning in from today? Spirit, please allow me to channel a message for the collective gathering here today, in alignment with their greatest and highest good, balanced with that of the collective at large. Please allow me to channel this message free of any delusions, deceptions, or distortions that may be out there. On the bottom of the deck we have Ziggurat of Ur. Anybody familiar? I always loved this card. Yeah. Message retracted. Why do people do that? Is it an auto thing? Is it you said something you shouldn't have and the AI is alright. No. Mount Tai. This is the message that we've got for you today. I'll definitely take a better picture of that and put it up on the community tab if you'd like to take a look sans card glare. But then I'm gonna look this up in the guidebook and take you on a little journey with me. There's so many mounts in this list. Mountains really are very, very powerful, sacred site energy inherently before even people do anything with them, right? The power draws the people to the mountains. We recently did a reading today, I think, called Two Cool Cats and a Strawberry. May or may not rename that in the future, but currently there was big themes on mountains there, so if you feel called, maybe check that out. But in any case, Mount Tai is going to be from the east, from China, and I'm going to find this on page 126 here. How's everybody feeling today? How you doing? Where are you tuning in from? Mount Tai. The energy focus for this one is achievement. Climbing a mountain. We've been talking a lot about climbing mountains lately. And the location specifically is Shandong, China. So let me read on your past energy a little bit here. It says in the lower world, in the past, what have you learned about duality? See the Taijitu, the yin-yang symbol on the card that represents perfect balance and reflects the necessity to live fully. If we only listen to one version of a story, that God is male, for example, our life is imbalanced. Dark and light, moon and sun, death and life are some of the yin and yang paired energies. There are no right or wrong elements. How do you perceive the energy of the dragon on which the Taijitu is placed? A Chinese dragon embodies wisdom, power, and good fortune, a positive perspective. And yet in the West, the dragon is seen as a negative, destructive being that must be slain. Maybe you need to bring some dragon energy into your life to burn through obstacles and fire you up to reach your goals. To advance spiritually, you must understand the concept of yin and yang and bring your world into balance. Well, if that message is resonating with you here today, welcome, because this is your place. We are all about focusing on the balancing of the yin and the yang, no matter what those opposites and extremes happen to be in that circumstance, and to help us all to remember that there are no bad elements. What was the word she used? There are no right or wrong elements. Everything has its place and its purpose. There are no wasted parts. There is no dis-ease. Not really. There is no death. Not really. But all of these concepts, all of these energies, all of these circumstances have a time and a place where they are actually for the greatest and highest good. And similarly, all people have a purpose and a benefit in the world. Even if they're acting negatively and destructively and creating problems on the surface level, if you zoom way out, this is a symptom with purpose. This is an adaptation that is asking for resolution, right? And so in a more philosophical, from a more philosophical lens, from a more abstract lens, let's explore what that energy looks like today for all of y'all. In the middle world, more related to your present energy for right now, it says, would the thought of scaling 7,200 steps deter you from trying to reach the mountaintop? Chinese emperors and millions of more humble pilgrims have been visiting sacred Mount Tai for over 3,000 years. Focus on the south gate to heaven that leads to the summit and think of your life's journey. South gate to heaven. That's up here. Have you had a clear run up the mountain or taken a meandering path to explore different teachings along the way? Has your journey been hard and painful, or are you still waiting at the bottom, wondering what the point is? Now is the chance to investigate why your life may appear difficult sometimes. Are you willing to seek a different perspective? You have a choice. You can walk up the path that the feet of many others have created, or start your own route and feel the incredible sense of achievement when you reach the summit your own way. I think that we did have a reading recently where we were talking about being in the woods, having a mountain up there. You're trying to get on a trail, you're trying to get somewhere out there behind you. And you could keep running in circles, wandering through the woods, trying to find your way. And maybe the next step you take is right out of the thicket and you find your way to where you're going. But if you take the time to summit this mountain, you might be able to have a better lay of the land. You might be able to, even though there's so much investment in climbing that mountain, you're actually developing strength and skills that will give you a much greater chance of finding your way back onto your trail, as opposed to wandering in the woods aimlessly forever, 11:11 on the timer, and never finding the trail. So you could take a risk and stay stuck, stay in the loops, stay in the confusion. Or you can summit the mountain and you can gain a higher perspective. And it may take longer, it may take more effort, but either way, you're gonna have more at the end of it than you did either way. It's always gonna be worth it to gain that higher perspective. Okay, so in the upper world pertaining to your potential, here they say, at the top of the mountain awaits Kuan Yin, goddess of mercy, offering sympathy, compassion, and insight. It is her sacred duty to relieve suffering, helping those who ask her to remove pain and fear. When did you last ask the gods and goddesses for help? When did you last call upon your ancestors or spirit guides? Most people are too proud to do so. If you ask her, Kuan Yin will help you to heal, show you how to free yourself from a painful heart, and teach you compassion. Wherever you are on your spiritual journey, look up as you climb the sacred mountain, and you will see Kuan Yin smiling, encouraging you to keep going. On the path of enlightenment, you will be offered the opportunity to let go of all your burdens, so that when you reach the top, you are free of everything that has been weighing you down. A blessed and welcome achievement. Excuse me. Yes, most people are too proud to seek the higher perspective, to summit the mountain, to ask for help, to pray, to talk to God, to reach out to their team. And that would be the symbol of wandering aimlessly in the woods. 13:31 on the timer. But if you choose to summit the mountain, you're being given a guide. You're being given some support in that journey, in that process. So Kuan Yin may be of significance to y'all at this time. And here we have the action step for this collective today is the prayer to Kuan Yin. Oh boy, confirmation. The following prayer to Kuan Yin is a reminder that despite your challenges, what you put your mind to, you can achieve. Whether you are dealing with day-to-day demands of holding down a job, running a home, and keeping the family together, or engaging with one of life's bigger projects, let the following words be a reminder that you can prevail. Repeat them at night before you go to sleep. An arduous journey I have walked, and though I question what's been taught, I take courage by the strength in me. I know I can change what I can see. For Yang must again be joined by Yin. To find the light, allow darkness in. To raise the goddess and see her in all. I need not let the God side fall. Kuan Yin, come take a walk with me, be my light, so I may see. Steady my resolve, so I needn't stop, and help me reach my mountaintop. Oh yeah. Getting very strong guidance for many of y'all into this particular collective to go check out that 2 Cool Cats and a Strawberry reading. Yeah. And any of the other Mount Sacred Site readings for that matter, you know? I am so grateful for everybody that has tuned in today. I am going to be popping off in just a second, but I do like to make sure that I give everybody that is tuned in right now an opportunity to put some personal questions into the chat. If you'd like for me to draw any cards for y'all while I still have a moment, I would be happy to do so. Let me just gather up this oracle deck for y'all while I wait to see if anybody wants to take me up on that today, or if y'all are pretty good, feeling settled, feeling like that is sufficient, feeling satisfied. Yeah? All right. Well, in that case, I will see y'all very soon for some more free readings. If you haven't already, feel free to subscribe so that you can keep those notifications accessible to you and you know when we're around. I want to thank y'all for all of the comments and the likes and the shares and the subscribes and all of the engagement things that you do to help this channel to grow, to help get it out to more people. We are done with the Sacred Sites Oracle reading today, but if anybody has any additional questions they'd like me to pull cards on, this is going to be like the last call. I think I might do this pretty much every day I have the time, because I love connecting with y'all when I have a minute, and I don't always have a minute. But if not, I wanted to let everybody know that if you have not already heard of The Greatest Miracle in the World is it written by Og Mandino? Yeah. There is a reading that I posted up this morning, and we kind of got a little bit into what it's going to be about, but we're going to be doing the chapter readings very, very shortly. It's only 100 pages long, but the text is very, very fine print, so I think it'll actually be a minute. And like I said, the next Ringing Cedars of Russia series chapter that we have in the queue is like 25 pages long, plus many, many, many pictures. And so I'm looking forward to that, but it is a commitment, you know. All right, well, if nobody has any personal questions today, I am going to pull just one final oracle card for this particular collective from this Arcana Folia oracle deck. You see if we have any additional messages there. Leisure, remain lighthearted. Right, yes. Embrace the energy of Kuan Yin and, enjoy the journey. Enjoy the process. This is going to be hard. It's going to take you pulling yourself up by your bootstraps, right? But that doesn't mean it has to be pain and suffering and agony. When you're climbing a mountain, you want to make sure you have nice comfy boots and you smell the roses. 5, leisure, remain lighthearted. Right. 5 is the number of the Hierophant. It's like God. May God be with you. Godspeed. May your steps be light. Something like that. Yeah, you have an opportunity. You have an opportunity to grow in strength, in skill, and insight. The chance is in your hands. climb up the mountain, take your time, enjoy yourself. Remember Kuan Yin. Remember that God has got you, holds you, gives you this foundation here. And maybe you'll find this pearl at the top, huh? Or maybe the pearl is just the opportunity, right? I started this channel, I started my whole social media presence, not with any intention whatsoever of gaining attention or followers. It was fully focused on my desire to grow my skill set, to have an opportunity, a platform, a space to serve and to communicate and to express and to grow into the person that I want to be, to grow into a person that I can have respect for, to develop my self-respect, to develop my ideas. And if I happen to grow in influence, if I happen to grow in followers, if people happen to give me attention because of it, I'm not thrilled about that, but I'm working through it. And it's a definite worthwhile trade-off to me. So again, I want to thank y'all so much for all of the support. And I'll probably be on again tomorrow, so keep an eye out for that. Love, light, peace, and personal responsibility. I will see you next time.